Hello all, welcome to i-tutor Academy. In today's session, we will start with Unit 4, subsection 3 of MMBC 007, that is informal communication. In last video, we already discussed about formal communication. So what is informal communication? The interaction between employees of an organization in performing their duties is mostly formal in nature, but it is not sufficient because human beings need to interact with each other without the boundaries and chain of command of formal communication to develop interpersonal relationship. Thus, we establish interaction with the other members at our workplace beyond our professional duties. So we develop casual friendly relationship with our colleagues and communicate on topics outside work. It is an important aspect of our professional life that gives us respect from the boundaries of predefined chain of commands and channels which defines our life at the workplace. This form of communication is natural and hence people talk about various topics outside work. People discuss sports, movies, politics, future plans, etc. more freely. This type of communication is mostly oral. It moves faster between the people as compared to formal communication. Due to its inherent nature, it does not leave any paper trail and the information cannot be validated for its authenticity. Informal communication often begins between employees through social interactions. In many cases, such type of communication at the workplace is considered effective as it helps in team building activities and people can come together to work as one unit. Employees can also help in motivating each other by extending help with the work related issues. Informal communication can help build a strong interpersonal relationship between employees who can work together more efficiently as one team towards achieving a common goal. And advantages and disadvantages of informal communication is in this table 5. So you just go through your Ignou study material MMBC 007 unit 4 subsection 3. Okay, so it is important. So in between any doubts you can contact us. And type of informal communication. What are the type of informal communication? Informal communication at workplace are mostly harmless gossip. The subject of this interaction at the workplace may include informal about sports, movies, entertainment, personal switching jobs, and an employee getting married or divorced, etc. So this type of communication is popularly classified with the term grapevine. So it's a grapevine, it's divided into single strand chain, gossip chain, probability chain, cluster chain. It's all of you know what is informal communication in an organization or your workplace, right? So type of informal or grapevine communication in this table, you just try to understand this one by one. So single strand chain is it involves the transfer of information from one member of a line or a group to another. Okay, so that's it, the single strand chain. Gossip chain, this type of informal communication can be understood as one seeking and transferring informal to all the other members of a group. This one person is the key point in the spread of information. He or she stays at the center of informal information exchange. So that is gossip chain. Okay, and the probability chain. What is probability chain? In this type of grapevine communication, the information is transferred from one person to another randomly. They do not choose a participant. The information does not move in a sequence or pattern. Here, member A can transfer information to member B or D or I and so on. Then, those members can transfer the same information in a similar fashion. And cluster chain, the message is transferred to select members, and every member who has the information select another set of members. So that is cluster chain. In this figure you can find out what is cluster chain. And conflict resolution at workplace. The process of communication at the workplace is not always cordial and about establish good relationship. There are people from different families, education background working together as a team in an organization. They have different type of personalities, exposure and experience of life, and hence unfortunately they may have a difference of opinion and which may result in a conflict situation. Active listening. First one is active listening. is one of the most important step in becoming a good communicator. In a conflict situation, the mediator or manager or peer must listen carefully to understand the issue probably. Both parties must be heard completely and patiently. The mediator must be patient and careful, listen to the argument of each side without any interruption. And set goals. The mediator is responsible to set the goal of the meeting by motivating all the parties and that they are here for a solution. Right, and there should be a willingness from all the patient involved to reach a common ground for successful resolution of the conflict. They should listen to each other actively and brainstorm about possible common ground. And next one is stay professional. The conflict situation at the workplace may arise because of personal difference between two employees at the same or different levels. The problems involving personal differences may heighten the emotional response and intensify the conflict situation. And next one is stay neutral. This is one of the most important strategies for effective conflict resolution. A neutral mediator has high acceptance among the parties involved in a conflict situation. The mediator must listen to all the parties involved, patiently summarize the point of difference for all of the to display that he or she is not favoring one party or another. And fact check. In fact check, it is very important to fact check during the process of conflict resolution. It is the responsibility of the mediator to verify the fact before reaching a conclusion. It is important to cross check all the facts and listen to all the perspectives thoroughly. The mediator should allow every single party involved in the conflict situation to present their side of story in detail to get the relevant facts. Crisis communication. This type of communication at the workplace deals with protecting and defending the employees and company for any unforeseen situation. It deals with the threat which can cause damage to the entire business at organizational and employee levels. At the organizational level, crisis communication is required to deal with a situation like a data security breach, product recall, bankruptcy situation, etc. At the employee level, it may deal with the fire or accident injuries, sexual harassment, etc. The goal of crisis communication at the workplace is to have a seamless communication network that can effectively deal with the crisis situation effectively and efficiently. We have media relations expert working for an organization. They are expert who are trained to communicate effectively in a situation which involves who are trained to communicate effectively in a situation which involves the media to protect the reputation of the business. And crisis communication is integral for the efficient function of an organization. The stakeholders cannot afford to take a risk and do not have a structure in place to communicate in crisis situation. And next one is benefit of effective communication at workplace. What are the benefits? So here is around 8 points are here. So first one is effective communication at workplace can help establish strong interpersonal skills among employees. They can deal with any misunderstanding clearly and work together as a team towards a common goal. And second one is it help in developing a healthy work culture where people trust each other. They have faith in the vision, mission, and goal of the company. And it can promote a positive social environment. People perform better when they develop social connections with their colleagues. They can keep each other motivated. Effective communication helps in building rapport between employees and management. Clear channel of communication can improve employee satisfaction because of the transparency and ease of communication. Communication is necessary to keep the instruction clear and comprehensible, and the employee will easily understand their job instructions, policies, procedures. This will again improve employee satisfaction. And next one is effective communication can promote team spirit. The employee will not only work as a team but help each other achieve the goals, and it will help to solve conflict situation easily. It is not possible to avoid conflict situation where people come together for common cause. We have already discussed how effective communication can help in conflict resolution in previous section of this unit. And it will promote a safe environment at workplace when the company effectively convey that the organization is concerned about the safety and security of their employees at the workplace. It is prepared for any kind of medical or natural emergencies, then employees feel safe and secure while discharging their duties. Communicating this information effectively will increase the morale of the employee and they will motivated to work hard to achieve the common goal. So activity is based on this subsection is here. Try to do it and it will help you for your more understanding. And the summary of this unit is here. We have the importance of effective communication at the workplace. Communication at the workplace can be categorized as formal and informal communication. Formal and informal communication play an important role in the growth and success of an organization and its employees. Formal communications are authoritarian in nature and follow a proper chain of commands. On the other hand, informal communication are democratic in nature and do not follow any established chain or hierarchy of command. It is important for an organization to effectively use both channel of formal and informal communication to achieve maximum efficiency, and it is also important for an organization to train employee to communicate effectively in discharging their daily duties to achieve its goals. Okay, so this is about summary, and keyword section is here. If you feel any words are difficult, you just refer this section, and self-assessment questions also in this section. And the first one is, what is formal communication at workplace? We already discussed in last video. And what is the difference between diagonal communication and gangplank, and explain the advantage and disadvantages skipping the defined hierarchy of communication at the workplace. What is informal communication at the workplace, and how can a grapevine be beneficial for the company? That is about informal communication. And what is effective conflict resolution? Explain with example. What is crisis communication, right? These all topics we already discussed one by one. So you just refer these two videos and it will help you to understand, help you to answer this section. And you must do this section self-assessment question. It will help you for your term and examination. So that's about today's section, and for more MBA videos you just do like, share and subscribe our channel. Thank you so much.
i-tutor Academy presents Ignou Mba complete syllabus coverage classes for individual students, semester-wise subject with online and flexible timing. For more details, contact on +916 238 21785.